Hey guys, what's up? It's Joey here, the Comic Ninja, and we have an unboxing today. You see the fragile box in front of me. That is our first order from CGC back with graded comics for our customers. I think I may have one or two books in there myself. I like to slide those in. We actually have a second order coming in not too long after this. So for some of my customers watching the video today or sharing the video, if you have books in with this first order you think, you're gonna see them in just a minute. If not, that means yours are coming in on the next order. So I'm just super happy CGC is finally almost caught up and finally getting people their books back and cards. And of course, cards take a little longer, but we're excited to get these back. I went ahead and cut open the box, but I didn't look in it. And I kind of wanted a little surprise. So it's part of doing just a fun little video, not a lot of bells and whistles here, but I'm gonna open these boxes. I actually have two and let you guys see what the comics are inside. That's always fun for the comic guys, right? And gals, and also what grade they receive. So I won't go super duper in depth on them, just want to do a quick video and share this with you guys. So feel free to share, and in fact, actually have a little contest going since we're back with doing some of the videos. Since we're not selling a lot of extra things at the moment, I do want to do some weekly videos on comics, on the movies, on the action figures coming out, and talk about that and kind of open some really cool dialogue and gateway for you guys. You can see maybe on the table there we've got one of our 9.4 graded Moon Knights. Moon Knight, the series was awesome. I'm a huge Moon Knight fan for a lot of reasons. I love history and Egyptian history, and of course Moon Knight is that hero, so it's pretty awesome for me. We got that back actually a while ago. That was one that was sent in actually before the comic shop was open, so we're glad to have that. That's going to be for sale soon. And then you can see the book right beside me. That's actually going to be a free book. It's one that if you're not a real current comic collector, you're going to maybe not know that they're redoing some of this, but Flashpoint, the famous Flash series that we all know that the Flash movie is kind of based on, that's coming out. They're kind of doing a continuation of that story in the DC Comics right now. This book is, the Night of Vengeance for how Thomas Wayne, kind of his transition to Batman and what was happening there when he had Wayne Casino and that kind of Elseworlds type story. So this is a reprint of that's leading up to the new Flashpoint storyline. So this is a new book. It's got the extra size. You've got that in protections is number one from that. It's actually just that storyline. So I'm going to be giving that away. So how do you win that? Just simply like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel that you're watching this on, and then give me a share. All right. So super simple, super easy. And I'm going to pick one of those over the next 5 days and make sure you guys get that book absolutely free. And we're going to try to make a habit of that with giving stuff away, whether it's a book, whether it's an action figure, shirt, something like that. Okay? So what I'm going to do is, because I have these two big boxes here, this box is hilarious with the fragile on it, but I'm going to put it on the floor so I can pull the graded comics out. I think that would actually do better, but I've got this small box that's slightly open. We're going to do that one first and see what's in there, and then we'll get into this and kind of pull those, right? So first book that we've got. Now, I will say most of you guys watching this for any length of time, you probably already know how the grading works or have an idea. The books they can be of any age, it can be of any shape, and of course the grade you get is going to be, how that product was graded, scratches, creases, coloration, orientation, centering, a million things that they do. The really cool thing about getting it graded is that you got it like certified. It's like having anything certified, and along with that you get the level that it's at, and then you get grader's notes. It'll tell you this is why you got that grade, and you could do special labels, all kinds of really super cool stuff. So the first book that we got back was Venom Lethal Protector. So with the movies coming out the last couple of years, this has obviously been a hot book. It's not really an expensive book. It's not something that's worth a ton right now. This got a 7.5. Got a few little, let's see, it's his first Venom title. There's a Spider-Man appearance. It's a red holographic spoil cover here, and Sam De La Rosa cover. Some of my buddies like Greg, big Sam fans. Anyway, that's cool, and it's got Arkansas guy Scottie Pippen on the back, kind of promoting promoting the cards. Yeah, Fleer. So anyway, so this is for one of the customers. We actually had, I think, 2 or 3 of this book sent in on that first order, if I remember correctly. So our first one had asked for a premium cover, and this is the grade of 7.5. So I'm actually going to put that back. It came in its own box. I guess this box was full, so he sent that one by itself. It looks like there was nothing else in there. So that's pretty awesome. So first book graded back for Comic Ninja was Venom Lethal Protector. All right, so that's pretty neat. Let's reach in here. I'm going to try not to read the tops of these, so I don't really know which one's coming out. I like to have some fun and be surprised what's coming out of the box too. It's like Christmas, right? All right, so you guys can see the back, crystal clear. I guess maybe video game, right? And this is, ooh, man, this is awesome. This has some extra, I think they put all my extra paperwork in there. Oh, wow. So the owner of this book is going to be pretty happy. This is awesome. This is Amazing Spider-Man 301. Some of you guys might have known that from the ad or thought you knew it from the ad on the back. Awesome book. Silver Sable is in the book. Todd McFarlane cover. So Todd McFarlane, who is making all these DC figures that are behind me. Of course, eons before that, legendary comic book artist. So this is an amazing book. Wow, I love that cover. I love this book. I'm jealous. And it got a 9.2. So, everybody wants, everybody wants the 9.8. You want the perfect grade, but honestly, any certified is great. Any graded is great. You're doing that if you want to value it, you want it to actually be certified and raise in value. But to get a 9.2, 9.4, 9.6, 9.8. That's good. Nothing to be sad about. So that's awesome, and that's a beautiful book. All right, this is cool. In fact, I can't wait to tell this customer that his book is in. It's kind of funny. The book had a advertisements and stuff on the back, and it's got a stamp from one of the, I guess, probably the original comic book store that probably had this book. I guess they stamped the back of their comics. It's kind of interesting because you would think they would know better than to do that, right? For value, but they did it anyway. I guess maybe they just didn't think about it. I'm not real sure, but that's funny. But this is really cool. This is another book that, now to go back a little bit, the Spider-Man 301 with the 9.2, that's a solid book. That's gonna have a solid value to it. I can't really spout it off the top of my head what that's gonna be. Maybe I'll make a graphic and put it on there, right? That would be cool. But this book, not a big expensive book, but has some cool value. And I remember actually talking to the customer about it and how it's just a special book to him. And there was a reason behind that, one of the first. And just wanted to have that graded and keep. So I think that's really, really cool. I'm glad to get this back from him. It's graded at a 5.0. It's Star Wars number 34. And I guess that's Luke Skywalker, yeah. Yeah, of course, yeah, Luke Skywalker, and it's got the Millennium Falcon on the cover too. So that's pretty cool, right? Yeah, that's pretty legit. All right, so next book. The back of this has the backs are cool, right? For everybody, like if you grew up and you saw the ads and stuff, that's why I always kind of like to see what was on the back. Forgotten Realms, little game. Of course, a lot of you guys probably already know what this book is, if you know that and you know this book well. Again, talking about Venom and Spider-Man, this is the Amazing Spider-Man 361. So I think I had 2 of these sent in with the first order, if I remember correctly. I may be wrong, but I think there's 2 of these. And of course, they're specially marked on my sheet, which one, and notes for the customer, so you'll know. This was a Mark Bagley cover, and it's the first full appearance of Carnage, Cletus Cassidy. So very, 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 very cool book. 8.0 for Amazing Spider-Man 361. All right, that is awesome. Good. Oh, yep, there's my divider. Great. And it's got a Wolverine Nintendo game on the back of this, and that's very fitting considering this is Uncanny X-Men 282. And what's that? That is the first appearance of Bishop, Malcolm, and Randall in cameo on the last pages. The direct editions of it says they have an 8-page ad insert. I think John Byrne's story co-wrote that. And it's first appearance of Bishop, so that's why that book is important. That's why that book is cool. That's the cover of that. Pretty neat. And it's, again, Uncanny X-Men 282. And it got a 9.4 grade. You probably already looked at that before I even said it. So 9.4, fantastic on that book. I hope that customer can be super happy about that. All right, and then we've got our next book. It's got a You Gotta Build 'Em Lego set on the back. Pretty cool. The front, one of my favorite covers of all time, one of my favorite heroes, my top 2 favorite heroes, Iron Man. So this is Iron Man 128. This is the famous, Demon in a Bottle cover, and it was graded as 6.5. It's alcoholism storyline. That's why it was such a big deal about Tony Stark's alcoholism. And if some of you guys didn't know that, like if you're really only familiar with Iron Man through the MCU, he drinks in the MCU, has drinks, but it's really not much different than any of the other characters or any other story. It's not a problem in the movies, so they didn't really go that route. But in the comics, it is an ongoing thing, and it was a past thing, so he did have that, had to confront it. So 6.5 grade, Bob Layton cover. Man, really not an expensive book or anything crazy like that, but it is definitely a popular book, famous storyline. So yeah, talk a little bit extra about my Iron Man, right? All right, so cool. All right, so next book. This is Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2, number 36. This was, basically just one of those, sketch blank covers, right? So that's why I read the cover. I was like, what cover is that? But it's a blank. It's got a 9/11 World Trade Center story base. It's Amazing Spider-Man 477 in the lineage. So some of you guys know what I mean. If they have the different volumes when they reboot, it's like, oh, there's another Amazing Spider-Man number 2 or number 1. It is, but it's actually in continuation on down the line, right? So that's why that's kind of got 2 numbers. So volume 2, 36, but 477 in the lineup, and it's rated at 7.5, right? So not really any crazy cover art to look at, but that's what that. It's not really a sketch cover; it's just a blank cover, I believe. I don't want you guys to at me for that. Forgotten Realms on the back of this, exactly, because it's exactly same book as the other one. So this is another one of the Amazing Spider-Man 361s with the introduction of Carnage. This book for this customer with these couple, this one was in a little bit better condition. Had a couple of just little base notes, but this is awesome. I can't wait to read the other greater notes on that. So boom, a 9.4 on that copy, right? So that's awesome. I'm gonna put that right over there. All right, stay in order. There's another one of my dividers. Boom. I love it, man. These are packaged well. They're protected. Every one of them individually wrapped on top of being encased. The packaging in there. So CGC's doing a good job there. Man, this is one of my favorite books of all time. I remember we sent this in, and I've got to get me a copy. Maybe this customer will sell this copy to me. I'm not real sure. But this is Batman 423, the McFarlane cover. Is a 9.6. Look at that. That's beautiful. Man, I love that. That's Jim Starlin's story, Todd McFarlane cover. That's super popular right now. There's like Funko Pop comic things coming out with this cover. And in fact, you can see the Batman action figure there from McFarlane. That's actually this particular Batman and from that lineup. So this is one of my favorite books. I do not currently own this book myself, and I do want to have a copy that I want to keep. So one day I will get my own copy of that. But a 9.6 on that, fantastic. Congratulations on that, man. All right, so another little odd D&D game or something on the back of that one. Incredible Hulk number 340. This is from 1988. This is it's Hulk versus Wolverine story, and it's X-Men and leader appearance. It's got a 9.2. So again, not bad. I mean, again, this coming off a 9.6 for this, and with a 9.4 on that Amazing Spider-Man. So good, solid grades. Everybody wants to go crazy over 9.8s, but again, a 9.2 on a legendary book like this. And again, this is not a crazy expensive book, but it's a solid book. It's hard to get a hold of if you're trying to play cheap. These last couple books, if you want a grade above a 9.2. Get a 9.4, 9.6. You're gonna pay good money for that, and you should. Those are classics. So awesome grade on that. That was cool. All right, so here we go. We got a Zits ad on the back of this one. It's Amazing Spider-Man 316. So Venom and Black Cat appearance in this one. It's another Todd McFarlane cover. So that's again why this is so popular. So Venom is back in it. I'll show you guys that cover and not just talk about it. So we got a 9.6. That's a fantastic grade. Awesome book. A lot of reasons to be happy about this. So that customer's going to be happy about getting that as well. So his books have done well with that. So again, that was 316, Amazing Spider-Man. Got Venom McFarlane art on the cover. So yeah, he did obviously did art for Marvel and DC. For any of you that picked up on that, the Batman and the Spider-Man artist. Of course, most of the comic book artists do that or have done that. All right, this is X-Men 141. It's the first appearance of, the Phoenix to Rachel. And it's got Avalanche, Destiny, Pyro, Alternate Future X-Men, Mystique, Blob, and Robert Kelly appearance. There's a mouthful. Chris Claremont did the story. John Byrne, Terry Austin did the cover art. In fact, I've got an autographed Claremont Wolverine over there on the back side. So X-Men 141 got a 9.0, white pages, no extra notes on the back of that. But that's a cool cover. It's definitely popular. I've had a few copies of this come through the shop, and people like it definitely. I guess because of that first appearance of Rachel Phoenix 2. So anyway, 9.0 on that. Pretty sweet. Not bad. Not bad. I'm gonna move my the giveaway again. Remember, like the video. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and share. You can share on any medium if you want, because I'm going to be looking around at the people that do and that like. You got to start somewhere, right? So I'm going to be giving away this Knights of Vengeance. It's kind of the Thomas Wayne story of him being Batman in the Elseworld, and that storyline leading up to the new Flashpoint story that they're doing for DC now, or an add-on to that. All right, so this is some of you guys may not know about this. This is Long Shot number 1 from '85. It's pretty cool. It's, I guess, a 6-issue series, so a little different, but this got a 9.4, so that's a fantastic grade on that book. I don't know much about the Long Shot book. Some of my big time comic old school people can comment on here and talk a little bit about it and whatever, but it's the first appearance of Long Shot and Spiral. I guess Spiral's the animal there with Long Shot, so not familiar with that character, not gonna lie, but a 9.4 on that comic. This is one, but it's been a while. Without looking at my notes, I didn't remember that this book was in there. So pretty cool, and that goes in line with this. All right, so I've got one more book. We've got one more in the box, and I see the grade on it, so it's kind of funny that was last. Man, this customer's going to be crazy happy about this too. So this is a Paper Girls number 1. You guys remember this from 2015 when it first came out. And of course, I think this last year and a half, they did another series, did some additional Paper Girls stuff. And that was pretty fire. We sold a lot of those copies. But this is from the 2015 Imagecomics, white pages, a 9.8 grade. It's the first appearance of a lot of those characters. This is a wraparound color or cover. So it's all one color, the yellow, and then of course the sketch look drawing on the front with the Paper Girls. Well, that's awesome. So we did get at least a 9.8. This is number 1. That book is fire. That's a great, man. That was a great investment right there, and getting that back at a 9.8. That's the highest grade in the entire lot so far. We've got the Venom that I had put up there. That was a 7.5. Amazing Spider-Man in a 7.5, 36. And the Iron Man, X-Men, the additional Amazing Spider-Man. We've got some really cool diversity there, and some good scores. I'm hyped. I'm hyped that, these right in front of me, especially, but all of these, not bad for what they are, but man, these books right here, this is like a 9.8 on Paper Girls. Again, I don't know much about Long Shot, but a 9.4 on that. So if you're gonna have an obscure book, it's good to have a good grade, right? A 9.0 on that X-Men 141, solid, but man, this Amazing Spider-Man 316 at a 9.6, that, man, I know you're happy on that, and a 9.2 on the Incredible Hulk Wolverine, and then of course my favorite, that 9.6 on the Batman 423. So hey, if you're watching the video and you're out there and you've got an extra copy of this in great condition, doesn't matter to me if it's newsstand or not, you talk to me about a good deal on it, right? I'll take a look, but this was in such excellent care and condition. I remember now, I was like, man, that might pull a 9.8, but man, a 9.6 on that's awesome. Anyway, you can tell I like that book a lot, right? So congratulations, guys. So my customers that had these books, I'm disappointed that it took so long, but I'm extremely happy to get this back. I see why everybody loves it so much. I'm excited to continue this in the future. Our next grouping, I think the next grouping that went with this has about half the amount of books, and then the order after that has about this amount of books, and we actually have a lot of our books that are being graded in that order. They're going to be for sale, so you're going to be able to, a lot of the books on that next video I show you, you'll be able to bid on or buy outright once they come in. All right, so I'm excited about that. Thank you guys for watching and sharing. Look forward to the comments, and if you guys had any other comments or questions about any of these books, say it in the comments. Let me know. Hit me up, DM me. We're able to be, more back and forth now, so I'll be posting a few more of these. Again, reviewing and talking about things as we lead up to reopening, some opportunities to shop in the future. All right, so I hope you guys are doing great. Hope you're having a great week and hopefully starting a great summer. Things have been crazy busy for us, but in a really good way with everything. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, sharing, subscribing to the channel. I look forward to a lot of cool things in the future with you guys. Peace out.